The CDC says more than 480 people died there from overdoses just last year.
And in the president's first visit to that state since 2016, he promised to tackle the epidemic. The White House says it has a three-pronged plan of attack, boosting mandatory minimum penalties and even the death penalty for drug traffickers, boosting funding for education and prevention, and helping those impacted by the epidemic find jobs. WBZ's Christina Hager is live tonight in Manchester, where the president made that pitch. Christina?
Liam, among those in the audience here at Manchester Community College listening to the president were families directly affected by the opioid crisis. And they said whether they believe or agree with the president's policies or not, and many of them do not, they are very happy he's focused on this issue.
But if we don't get tough on the drug dealers, we're wasting our time. Just remember that. We're wasting our time. And that toughness includes the death penalty.
President Trump hammering his idea of executing high-level drug traffickers in a state where the subject hits home. Many of those who came to hear him speak clutched pictures of sons and daughters lost to opioids. One New Hampshire mom completely surprised when the president called her up to speak.
Tell us about your boy.
Wow. Adam was our oldest son. He was a great kid. He was a smart kid.
Jean Moser lost her son Adam to fentanyl.
I think that the president showed a lot of compassion.
But about the death penalty for dealers?
I'm not a fan of it.
And she was joined by a chorus of other grieving parents.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a death penalty person.
Also with the president, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, whom he says is looking into lawsuits against drug manufacturers, and First Lady Melania Trump pushing for education aimed at children. And right before slamming sanctuary cities, the president brought up a topic that won him support in the Granite State during his campaign.
90% of the heroin in America comes from our southern border, where eventually the Democrats will agree with us and will build the wall to keep the damn drugs out.
And when the president criticized sanctuary cities, he specifically brought up Lawrence, Massachusetts and Boston, saying they are safe havens for what he called some terrible people. In Manchester, New Hampshire, Christina Hager, WBZ News.
Christina.